Hey everybody, I'm Michael, and today I am playing Dark Tales, Edgar Allan Poe's The Oval Portrait. It looks like this game contains some disturbing scenes, so it's not for everyone. You might need to be a teenager, before you can watch this video walkthrough. And this game is based on The Oval Portrait, a short story by Edgar Allan Poe. Very short story, less than 2 pages long, and I'll give a quick summary of the story after we watch the opening scene.
And then the brush was given, and then the tint was placed. And for one moment, the painter stood entranced before the work which he had wrought. But in the next, while he yet gazed, he grew tremulous and very pallid, and aghast and crying with a loud voice, "This is indeed life itself."
Well, that was creepy. It looks like we've got some sort of painter who steals people's souls when he draws them. Well, that's not exactly how the short story goes. So the short story goes like this. A man is sick, and so he is forced to take refuge inside an abandoned house in the middle of a storm. It's an abandoned house. It's got paintings all over the walls, and the man looks at the paintings, and one of them is a painting of a beautiful woman. And we get told the story behind the painting. So we have this painter who married a woman. They were very young and in love, and he decided to paint her portrait. And he became really obsessed with painting her portrait. So obsessed he didn't realize that she caught a cold. And she was too nice to say, "Hey honey, I need to be lying down. I don't need to be sitting in a chair all day long." So he obsessed over making the most beautiful portrait of her ever. It took him about a week, and when he's finished, he looks at it and says, "Oh, this is the best portrait ever. It's so realistic. It's so lifelike. You can't tell it's a portrait. This is life itself." Then he looks to the chair where his wife is sitting and realizes she's dead. That's the story. You can see the great ironic contrast between the life of the painting and the death of his wife. Like I said, super duper short story, less than 2 pages long. So, let's get started. Let's play on casual mode.
We have a new case, my friend.
Ah, thank you, Detective.
My name's Mary, and I live in the small town of Bedford. My father gave me an opportunity to pose for Leonard Tussole, one of the greatest modern painters. The portrait was perfect. I've recently learned that other girls who posed for Tussole have been disappearing without a trace. I'm very afraid that I'll be next. I received a threatening letter the other day. It said that the portrait will devour my soul tomorrow. You're the only ones who can help me. Please come as soon as possible.
Okay, well that's bad news. That is bad news indeed. We've got the evil painter Leonard Tussole, and like the opening scene showed, he's like stealing people's souls. That's obviously bad situation, so let's save Mary. 6 hours later! Do I need a tutorial? I'm gonna say no. I think I can figure out how to play this game on my own. I've played other games in the Dark Tales series. And this is my buddy. This is Detective Dupin.
We finally arrived. Best not dilly-dally. We need to talk to Mary and find out what's happening.
Like, I'm the real detective, but he's a pretty good assistant, too. Okay, so Mary. Hey, Mary.
Detectives, I'm so glad that you came. We don't have much time. This is the threatening letter I received. I have no doubt that Tussole is responsible for the disappearances. In this letter, he made it clear that I would be next.
A threat. That's not good. Beware, your life will end and your soul will fuse to your portrait in 2 days. The picture is ready and eager to capture you. There's no chance for escape. Oh, and there's no signature. Well, then how do we know who wrote the letter?
These girls must pay for their beauty. They all will die.
Oh no! Oh no, that's not good. She got hit. Whoa!
You'll pay for your beauty with your life.
Oh jeez. Okay, so this guy...
No! Stay back!
Some sort of evil amulet, and it looks like he's got the Infinity Gauntlet on his arm. This is a bad situation. We've got to save her.
We need to get inside as quickly as possible.
Thanks, Detective Dupin. This is why you are my buddy. You are my hero. You are my best friend. Okay, I need to cut those things. And this is a matching challenge. So, find the 2 white flowers. Find those 2 flowers. Those 2 flowers? Like, I don't know why I need to match all the flowers. I can clearly see the thing right there and I can grab it. But sure, let's just clean up all the flowers. I'm a nice guy. No need to hurry. It's not like somebody is dying inside. Jeez. The news. Artist Leonard Tussole wanted for suspected kidnappings after models disappear. Kind of surprised he was able to find more models after all of his models disappeared. So Price of Beauty is his exhibition, closed by the police. Okay, this looks pretty simple. Just click all over the screen, and we get a Hidden Objects challenge. So a note. Dear Mary, strange things are happening. Tussole's wife, Elena, died. She was the first. Then Rose is next. Tussole's suspected, and we're in great danger. Your painting's next. Oh, I see how that works. Okay, so it's sort of based off the story that I told you. Okay. So what happened to this guy after the story ended? Well, apparently he went on a rampage stealing other women's souls. Seahorse. Okay, I need a wallet and a pin and a handkerchief. Oh, I don't see anything. I'll use a hint. You saw the hint. 1 hint every 40 seconds, so you can't, like, abuse the power of hints to find everything. There we go. Although you could always change, I think we can change the difficulty setting, right? I can give myself, like, 5-second hints. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that, and I'll only use them for Hidden Objects challenges, okay? Okay, so door plates. Gotta be these things, right? Like they're all brightly colored and stand out. And I got an achievement. Cool. That's nice. This looks like a jigsaw puzzle. Not too difficult because we see the outlines of the pieces. And it doesn't look like we can rotate the pieces into place. They're already, like, rotated at the proper angle. Okay, beautiful, and we've got a creepy old woman who's going to kill us! Ah! I love that scary music.
I've heard about your arrival to the city, detectives. You're facing something bigger than just some crimes.
Something bigger than crime? Like there was a kidnapping and possible murder. That's pretty big.
I have a book with old legends that might help you discover the secret behind these girls' disappearances.
I'm not sure I'm gonna trust this old woman. She seems mysterious. I don't know who she is, but this is clearly a puzzle. Okay. Move things around to go in the outlines?
For centuries, people have looked for a way to communicate with the souls of their deceased relatives.
Okay, clearly you need to move things into the outlines. Okay, cool.
Mirrors, reflections in the water, and ceremonies held during eclipses were conductors to the other side. The power to summon the souls was placed in several magical amulets. They were then hidden from the people who would use their power for evil purposes.
Okay, so let's see if I get this straight. So we've got magical amulets which were used to communicate with the dead, but evil people are abusing them to steal souls. That explains what we saw there. That guy was clearly holding some sort of amulet and attacking Mary.
Many have been missing for centuries. Only one amulet is accounted for. It's rumored that touching it to a painting could summon the soul of the person drawn on it.
Now I'm wondering if the artist is, like, stealing souls in order to summon his wife's soul, like he's trying to bring his wife back to life, maybe? I don't know. Either way, I've got to get that amulet. I've got to get that amulet.
Anyone who obtains it can imprison souls in pictures and feed on their energy.
Okay, that is creepy and evil. That is definitely a lot worse than a guy who's misguided and trying to save his wife. Yeah.
The souls can only be released by destroying the amulet.
Okay, destroy the amulet, save all the women. Gotcha. That's my goal. And I got part of a necklace. Hooray. I love necklaces. And I got the book, and that old woman just disappeared. Woo! Where did she go?